Welcome back to Houston Life. And if you have lived here in Houston for a while, you are probably used to the weather whiplash. We are in the middle of winter, and it was the 80s last week and back to the 40s this week.
Weather whiplash.
Yeah, I like that.
That is so perfect description of Houston weather. Hey, so while we can adjust to the coats and blankets as humans, our plants do need a little more TLC. But if your yard or garden is still looking brown, recovering from the freeze, maybe you have your fingers crossed, there is hope. Joining us now, Jen McDonald, co-owner of Garden Girls, which specializes in kitchen garden design, but also education for newbies, Houston gardeners. And we mentioned before the break, you regularly contribute to Martha Stewart Living, her magazine online, and soon in Architectural Digest. So this woman knows what she's doing. And Jen, a lot of people are stuck with something like this.
Yeah.
It looks dead, but is it?
Well, this is our current state, and I have to say it escalated quickly, didn't it?
It sure did.
So this is actually from my own rosemary bush at home.
Okay.
And I would tell everybody, don't trim it yet, but I brought it for the sake of TV because I want to show you that even though we have these brown and crispies, you're going to see some green there.
There is some green growth right on top.
Yes.
But what if you're like me, Jen, and you couldn't stand the sight of all of the brown stuff and you already trimmed it all the way back?
It's okay if you trimmed it a little bit.
Okay.
We don't want to do a hard trim. We're going to pretend like it's bangs. We're just going to do a baby trim right now. No big haircuts.
Treat your plants like bangs.
Treat your plants like bangs. Less is more right now. Yes, less is more. So we're not going to do a hard cut until the next possibility of a freeze has passed, which is probably the end of February.
Okay.
So we're going to tread lightly right now, and you can snip off a little bit here and there, but let's wait.
Just
wait
a little bit. All right. So then, if this is what your yard looks like now, what should we be planting now?
Okay, so this is really exciting because, Houston, this is a great time to be gardening. And I brought this huge bucket here full of lettuce varieties.
I knew you were going to say that. Yes.
The reason why is this is a perfect time to plant lettuce, arugula. You can plant Swiss chard. These are all transplants. However, if I use them by seed, you could still harvest within 30 to 45 days.
Oh, so fairly quickly.
Fairly quickly in gardening terms.
Okay.
Yes.
And these will survive the conditions right now? Okay.
Yes.
Right.
So this is all plants that thrive in cooler weather.
Okay.
We even have strawberries over here,
We
Jen.
even have strawberries. And I brought these because I wanted to show you a little trick with strawberries. So you can see that this is a transplant, but you have your first little flower here.
Yep.
And what you're going to want to do, I know it's really cute, but we're going to pinch it off.
Oh, and the flower would have become fruit, is that right?
That's true. So what we're going to do with our first round of flowers on the strawberries is we're going to pinch them off, and that way it sends the energy down to the roots.
Okay.
And you're going to get a healthier,
Stronger
bigger
plant.
plant. Yes.
Okay.
So that's one thing that you're going to do now. The other thing is you can still plant things like Swiss chard. This is a rainbow Swiss chard. And these leaves, right now, you could use them in salads.
Okay.
Or you can wait until they're bigger, like 9 inches, and then you can saute them, cook them how you normally would. But this, if I planted this now, I could begin harvesting right away.
Okay.
Or I could wait a little bit longer and let the plant get bigger.
I
and
do
it's
love
a cut
the
and come
rainbow.
again.
It's so pretty, too.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's so pretty.
I know. It's
yeah.
like a work of art.
I love that.
Jen, for people who are just dying to have a bit of color in their yards right now, especially because so much of it is probably brown, we planted pansies yesterday because I was like, Brandon, we need some color in this yard.
Yes.
I know it's just a modest little thing we have there on our balcony. Pansies, it turns out, Jen, they are some of the most hardy cold weather plants you can plant.
Absolutely. And did you know that they're edible?
They are?
Yes, you can use them as a garnish. You could put them in salads. You can use them in ice cubes for cocktails. I'm just throwing it out there. But yes, so we have a lot of cool season color right now. So we have dianthus, we have the pansies. Look at this. This is an Iceland poppy. Isn't that beautiful?
That's really, really pretty. Yes.
That is so pretty.
And snapdragons. And then, of course, we always have a variety of herbs that do really well in the cool season. So oregano and thyme and cilantro right now is very, very in. It's having a moment. Rosemary, sage, those are all ready for cool weather, and those should actually last if we have another freeze.
But we're talking about the big flowers. Don't do the roses. Don't do like anything really, really big that needs to open and needs a bunch of sunlight, right?
Well, you know, if you already have roses in, they should be fine. Like my Piggy Martin roses look a little bit upset right now, but they're going to be fine.
Okay.
This is actually the month when you would plant bare roots like roses, and people are putting in fruit trees right now, or they're starting to prune fruit trees a little bit more right now. So my main concern is let's get past the threat of another freeze, because this one came very soon.
It did.
Yeah.
And it kind of threw everybody for a loop. But looking ahead, we're going to be putting tomatoes in our gardens and peppers.
Okay.
We're going to be planting those things next month. So
there's-
we have
it's
to
so
get ready.
close. Yeah.
Yes.
It goes by fast. A month from now. Jen McDonald, thanks so much for the tips.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
And in the meantime, if you are interested in reaching out to Garden Girls, we have put a link to their website on ours. Just look for that scene on Houston Life section of HoustonLife.tv. All right, I'm hungry for that salad.